Welcome to Ball and Ballers, another show. And today's show, I'm going to discuss two new young signings that we've got before I get into the Brentford versus United game and discuss more about what I think the team lineup is going to be. I already know Ahmad's not going to be in the team because I've seen the Amorim press conference, and Ahmad's unfortunately had a death in the family, so I wish him the best. And I know he's flown back. So that's one player down, but obviously he's got a bereavement, so it's understandable. But we have Cunha and Mount back and ready to play. They did come on last week, so I think Cunha will start on this one. But before I get into that, we have signed a young player. Now, this is Christian Orozco. So Ben Jacobs stated that Man United have agreed a deal to sign Colombian under-17 international Christian Orozco when he turns 18, as called by PCRR. The defensive midfielder, Captain Colombia, as they reached the final of the under-17 South American Championship last spring. Now, personally, I don't know much about him. I did do a little bit of research before I started the video, and he's highly rated in Colombia. They really like him. I don't know whether that's gonna come over here to England, but we will find out. He currently plays for Fortaleza in the Colombian league. He's 17-year-old currently, as I've just read out, and he turns 18 on July the 13th, 2026. So we probably won't get him till next summer. The same thing we did with Diego Leon. And as you've just read out, as I've just read out, he did play a part in helping Colombia reach the under-17 South American Championship earlier this year, and he is the captain for the under-17s. So if I had to describe him of what I read online, he is described as a pivot holding midfielder with leadership qualities, composure, and a strong defensive instinct. Now, my plan is obviously to delve in deeper and try and find out more information to bring you guys. And that's what I plan to do over the coming weeks. So as soon as I receive more information about him, I'll bring it up to you guys and do another video. We also signed another young lad. And I've got a newspaper article, a website article from the Man United News, and let me get into that right now. So he's from Derby County. He's a youth goalkeeper. Charlie Hardy is called. And Man United are working on a deal to sign Derby County teenage goalkeeper Charlie Hardy. I think I heard this morning that he has actually come, or he's in the process of coming, and I'm in the process of wrapping up the move. There you go. See? I should actually read these articles before I put them up. Nah, I do actually. The 16-year-old England youth international is going through formalities to complete a move to us. Hardy has been regular for Derby under-18s that can move to another English club at any time over the course of the season, as he's categorically one scholar. Man United are reportedly looking to sign another goalkeeper next year to bolster the first team options, which I'll discuss as Mike Maynard. But obviously, there's competition from Chelsea and maybe a few others. Even though we've signed Sene Lammens from Royal Antwerp, and I did state that I don't know what's going on with Sene Lammens. I am hearing reports that he's doing well and he's better than Brian Diaz, and I'm also hearing reports that he's not. I'm also hearing reports that he's been saving every shot in practice. And I'm also hearing reports that he hasn't. And I'm also seeing him letting goals in. I'm also seeing him saving goals. So that's the reason I haven't really brought you many of these rumors. But because I don't want to bring you something that I don't really know fully. All I know is the stuff that we are going to get done, like the Christian Orozco story. which is something that we are getting done. It's going to come to us like Diego Leon did. Now, I'm going to go to the part that you guys have probably been waiting for, where I think the team selection is going to be, and what do I think is going to happen. So we've had history with Brentford quite often. Last season, we took Mbeumo off him. We bought him. He's over to us. They've lost players in the summer. So it's going to be, I'm hoping, a not so tough game like we have had in the past. We're playing at GTEC Stadium, and we've had 21 meetings between both teams, where United have won 11, drawn 3, and lost 7. So at the moment, they've got a winning record in the last 2 meetings. We beat them 2-1 on October 19th, 2024, and on the May 4th, 2025, they beat us 4-3, which isn't really good. So they've beat us. So in the 2 of the last 3 meetings against us in the Premier League, Brentford have won 2. So we've not really had a good record over the last few years playing against Brentford, but we have had high scoring games. But Brentford haven't started off so well. They're 17th in the table, so it's probably the worst start in the Premier League campaign for a while. They've conceded 10 goals in 5 games, so they're conceding a lot of goals. They've dropped 8 points from winning positions where they've taken the lead and only won 1 out of the 4 matches. So that's not really a good record, but at home, they've drawn 1 and won 1. So they haven't lost a game at home this season. They've only lost their away games. Now, we beat Chelsea in the last game, but our away form is a problem, as we've drawn 2 and lost 5 in the last 7. So we haven't won away for a while, and we haven't won back-to-back games for a while. So this one's going to be a little tough, and especially if we lose, it'll be a tough pill to swallow. But my opinion on this one is we're not really going to lose this one. I don't think we are. I'll be surprised if we do. But Brentford are expected to rely on their home form, so that is something, because they're doing well at home. Casemiro is obviously suspended for us. Martinez is still out with an injury, but on his way back. And Mbeumo is playing against his old club, and he's returning to the GTEC Stadium. Judging off the previous games, I think it's normally a high-scoring game, but I think this one will probably have about 3 goals. But I'm going to come to that and talk about my prediction later. But first, I'm going to get into what I think the team lineup's going to be for tomorrow. So there we are. I've got it up on the screen. And I've gone with Bayindir. There we are. Bayindir in goal. I've taken out Maguire from the last game, and I've gone with Yoro, De Ligt, and Shaw. Now, the reason I think Bayindir is going to start is because I feel like Amorim sees him as a current number 1. Do I think he was better than Onana? No, I don't think he was better than Onana, but we've kind of kept him at bay. And there was a stat that I read where he's let in 50% of the big chances or shots on target on him. So it's not really a good stat. It's not really a stat that I like, but I do think Yoro will make a return on the right side. So he'll be back. I think they'll take Maguire out on this one. I've got De Ligt in the middle after his performance against Chelsea. I think he definitely deserves to start. And I've got Shaw on the left. Why have I got Shaw on the left? Because I think that's what Amorim's going to pick. I wouldn't pick him. I'd pick somebody else. I'll give Heaven a go, or someone else, because every time I've seen Heaven play, he's played well. But Amorim seems to love Shaw. So I think he's going to start Shaw. Now, with Ahmed out of the midfield due to that bereavement, I've put Dalot in that position, because I do think Dalot is probably going to start on the right. He's coming back from injury, so I don't know how fit he's going to be. But I've put Dalot on the right because I can't really think of another, unless we go for Mazraoui. You could put Mazraoui on the right, I suppose. It's a bit of a tough one. Oh, I've gone with Dalot though, because I know how much he loves Dalot. Gone for Fernandez in the middle. Now, this one was a bit tough because I've heard of rumors about Mainu trying really hard and giving it his all in practice and going out there trying to make the team. But he's not a number 6. He's more of a number 8. Hence why I've gone for Ugarte in the middle. So I've stuck Ugarte right there because I do think he'll start him against Fernandez, although I don't think the partnership is better than Casemiro, but Casemiro's suspended, so we can't really have him. But I've gone with Ugarte. And I've gone with Dorgu on the left. And I'm hoping Dorgu starts working on them crosses and has worked on them crosses, and his crosses are a lot better. I'd love to see that. Now, we haven't seen Mbeumo, Cunha, and Sesko start a game together. We have not seen it yet. When Sesko started, Cunha got injured. And now that Cunha, and then last game, Cunha come on as a sub. I have to leave Mount out of this one because I don't think Mount will start. I reckon Mount will start on the bench, although he looked a lot sharper than Cunha. And I doubt he'll play Cunha here and put Mount there. I doubt that very much. But you don't know with Amorim. We really do not know with Amorim. So what I've done is I've gone with Sesko, Cunha, and Mbeumo as a 3 up front. Sesko through the middle as a 9, and I've gone Cunha and Mbeumo as a 10. Now, that's what I think the team is going to be, and you're guaranteed for one of these 3 to go off for like a Harry Maguire, because I don't know why he does it, but he always changes his centre-backs. You're probably going to see Dalot probably go off for Mazraoui. You're probably going to see Ugarte probably go off for Mainu, depending on how we're playing. And I can't really think who else might go off. Maybe, no. Will you take Mbeumo off? Will you take Cunha off? And if he does, it's probably going to be, nah. You probably take Sesko off for Xerxes. Does more predictions for the second half substitutions, but you're definitely guaranteed a defender will go off. I don't know why. If they're playing good and they're gelling, keep them on the pitch. But I don't know. It's an Amorim thing. So that's who I've got for the team there. And that's the end of this video. So, well, almost the end of the video. Haven't given you my prediction yet. So I'll predict the score is going to be 2-1 United. I really do. I think we'll get the first goal. And I do think Mbeumo will score against his old club. But I am hoping Sesko scores or Cunha scores as well. But I'm going with 2-1. So that's what I think it is. I think the score is going to be 2-1 tomorrow. It's the lunchtime game, so it's the early kickoff. And I'm hoping I am right. So that's the end of the video, guys. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you guys on the next one, which will probably be tomorrow evening. Because what I've noticed is I make all these notes in my head and I write some down, and then by Monday, it's gone out the window. So I want to try doing a video fresh after the game, where it's fresh in my head and you get a proper reaction on how I feel on the day. So if I lose, you'll see angry me. If you win, you'll see happy me. And that's what you're going to see. But thanks for watching. And I'll see you on the next one.